Winning cures everything. Now for your hosts, Gary and Chris.
Welcome in. It is Winning Cures Everything. It is Tuesday, May the 26th, the day after Memorial Day. We hope that you all had a wonderful extended weekend. Everybody's basically at home anyway, so you just didn't have to wake up early for online work or whatever the hell it is. So I'm Gary.
I'm Chris.
We've got a lot to discuss. Basically every major sport, right?
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about here. So we're going to go on and get into it. First things first, though. Go over to the website, winningcureseverything.com. It's got all of our picks, previews, podcasts, videos, social media platforms. You can subscribe to the live show on any of these different locations: Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Make sure that you share the show out with your friends. Tell all your buddies about it. We would definitely appreciate that. That helps us out a ton. We've already got several people jumping in the chat. Of course, if you watch the live show, the chat is right there on the bottom left of your screen. Matt and Adrian Holmes have both jumped in. They said, "What's up?" on YouTube. And then Michael said, "Sup, fellas? Hope y'all had a great weekend." We definitely did. Chris, you cooked a little bit this weekend, right?
I did. So
not too. Tell me what you cooked. Was it a brisket?
I just cooked a big Boston butt.
Boston
butts. Yeah,
I
turned out pretty well too.
I've had that before over at your place. It's pretty fantastic. Pretty fantastic.
So this one turned out well.
I can imagine. I cooked grilled chicken and turkey burgers, like marinated them, did all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we went with what we had, and it was pretty fantastic. Pretty fantastic. It ended up being a good weekend. My daughter had never seen dodgeball. Did I tell you about that? So we had my daughter for the weekend. She's 14 years old. I've been doing my best to get her into the older comedy movies, right?
Yeah. So
we've seen Tommy Boy and, all the Adam Sandler, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. We've seen Black Sheep. We've seen, whatever. And we're kind of scrolling through the HBO stuff, and she sees it, and she's like, "What is that? Like, they made a whole movie about dodgeball?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" Like, in it, don't get me wrong, it's not my favorite movie of all time, but, I just kind of figured everybody had seen it. I figured at some point my daughter would have seen this thing. Adrian Holmes said, "I've never seen dodgeball, and I'm 31. What are you doing with your life? You need to go and check out. It's on HBO right now. Go check out Dodgeball. It's Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, and it is. There are parts of that are laugh out loud hilarious. So I know that the Lance Armstrong thing was Sunday night. Didn't even remember that Lance Armstrong made an appearance. He had a cameo in it. So Ben said never heard of it. Man, y'all are go watch the damn movie. Just go look up Dodgeball. Just watch a trailer for it. It is
Youngins.
Oh man, it's unbelievable. Everybody needs to go watch Dodgeball. I'm telling you, it's not the best thing in the world, but if you want a good laugh, and it's only like an hour and a half, that's the way you need to go. Dylan loved it. So she's sitting over there cackling, laughing out loud, funny. Yeah, I thought it was pretty unreal. All right, anyway, back to the show at hand. The show is brought to you, for the time being, by Tunica, Mississippi, the South's premier sports gambling destination. They've got 6 incredible sports books. You can find more information on them over at tunicatravel.com. Horseshoe opened yesterday. That checked off the last one off the list. All of them are reopening. All of them are good to go. You can go down there, place your bets, do whatever you need to. And since we got sports coming back, this would be a good time to go down and check it out. They do have different policies in place, different things. But, go and check it out. Anthony Berg jumped in on Facebook.
Go to Tunica Travel. You get all the information you need before you show down.
There you
go.
Show
down there.
Yeah, tunicatravel.com has got all the information. Michael said has some great one-liners. Said not the best movie, but pretty funny. And Anthony Burke on Facebook said, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's right. Patches O'Houlihan. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We got a lot of topics. 5 of them today. We could have done 18, but we're cutting it. We trimmed it down, kind of like we do with the college football picks and whatnot. Trimmed it down. We're going to start off with Dame Lillard. And really, we'll just talk about the NBA as a whole. But Damian Lillard came out today and told reporters, told everybody that if the NBA doesn't give them a real chance to get into the playoffs, he'll show up, but he's going to be sitting on the bench because he ain't playing in games that don't mean anything. Chris, I want to get your reaction to this before.
They're only a few games out of 8.
They're 3.5 games out of 8. I think they had like 18 games left in the season.
That's right.
You know, like what would be considered a realistic chance at the playoffs?
I don't know that.
That's the question.
The reason, here's the thing. We've basically had an entire off season right now, okay?
Yeah.
While all the teams are the exact same, I don't know that everybody's coming back and going to play the exact same way, pick up exactly where they were left off. If you get in this thing and your team gets some chemistry quickly, gets things rolling, finds a groove, figures some things out, and gets going, I mean, you could jump several places, and or just other teams have not handled the layoff well, have not been in shape, whatever. They fall backwards. Dude, you could not only just jump to 8, you could get to 6, 5, maybe not 5 or 6, but
I mean, you had 7 or 8.
There.
Yeah. The easiest spot would be to get into that 8 slot, right?
Yes. And you have no idea how these other teams are going to react when they come back.
Exactly.
Who's been working on their game? Who's sitting on their ass playing videos and eating Cheetos?
The Greek Freak can't even practice basketball. He can't practice shooting right now. He doesn't have a basketball goal at his house. I'm sure he's gone and gotten one, but as of like middle of April, he didn't have a basketball goal. Like
I'm sure he had a place to work out.
Well, no, at the time, he was pretty fired up because he couldn't go to the team facilities. There wasn't anywhere for him to go. Like he said in a report that he had not actually shot like he's dribbled and all that, but he had not shot a basketball in over a month. Like that's insane for some of the best players in the world. Yeah. To not be able to shoot a basketball. Now, I'm sure that things have changed ever since then. I'm sure he's been back. But, I mean, you go that long, like, obviously there's going to be a little rust. Like, you got to get everybody back up to game speed.
All these teams are going to – you just don't know if your team can get there and start off hot and you play well and you're ready. My thing is this. Is this a scenario where he's been sitting on his ass not doing anything and just thinking they're not going to come back, and now he doesn't want to get out here and embarrass himself?
It's entirely possible. Now, he did injure himself right before the All-Star break, and, you know, he was having some problems anyway. So if it's
everybody, look, all these injuries, these dudes have sat on their butt for 2 months. Nobody should be coming back hurt.
Well, this is his response. He said he was hoping the league would opt for a play-in style tournament involving the numbers 7 through 12 seeds. Center Jusuf Nurkic and let's see, power forward Zach Collins are returning from injuries. Lillard said he would like the Blazers' chances in that situation. He said, we had fought ourselves back into position to get a spot. Lillard said, we had our starting center and starting power forward coming back, so we had a lot to look forward to and for a great reason. Now they're healthy and have extra time to train and rehab while everybody's rusty. So now they won't be coming back as the only rusty players. And if everybody's rusty, we can come in here and beat everybody. He said, it's going to be hard to get going with no fans. You've been off all this time, and some people are just ready for the summer. Like, screw it, I haven't played in a long time, and the season's basically over to me. Do I really care like I cared before? It's going to be a lot of those factors going on, and that presents a lot of room for a team to sneak some ish, we'll say. Like, really mess around and knock some teams off, and then, they're in the Western Conference Finals. It's room for that in this situation. So the fact that it's possible and we wouldn't get an opportunity at that, that's weak to me. I'm not getting any younger.
How are they not getting an opportunity?
Well, we don't know yet. The NBA has not announced. Hey, McKinnon jumps in. He said, love the haircut, Chris. Good to see you.
Oh, and I needed it. Oh, Jesus.
I can understand.
Jesus.
You were more upset about that Friday than anything I've seen you upset about in a long time.
I was looking rough, and I felt like shit. I just felt like death.
Here, let me jump in here because the rest of these comments kind of go into what you were just talking about. Michael said, is the NBA leaning towards what the NHL is wanting to do? Ben said they should do the 2014 playoff thing that the NHL is doing. And then Michael said he has millions of dollars. He can't find a hoop. Give me a break. Yeah, that's talking about the Greek Freak. I understand. Like, he just didn't have one at the house like that. He's always been able to go. He lives like 2 miles from the facility. So who would have envisioned that you wouldn't be able to go to your
I'm facility? Sure he was able to get in, by the way.
Eventually, yes. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? So the 2014 thing, we're going to talk about the NHL here in just a little bit.
They're not going to do that. I can assure you they're not doing that.
What they are discussing, Brian Windhorst talked about this over the weekend, they're talking about just going straight to the playoffs. So in that point, like Dame Lillard wouldn't even have an opportunity to play anyway because the Grizzlies are the
he's
8
not
seed.
sitting out because he's not even going to be invited to go to play.
The setup would be, and they are doing this the way that a lot of people have wanted it done for a long time because they thought that the East and the West were
unbalanced. And they are unbalanced. And listen, if you just watch the Jordan doc, it used to be the East was loaded and the West was mediocre.
Right. The matchups would be the Bucks against the Magic. That's 1 versus 16. 8 versus 9 would be the Heat against the Thunder.
Yeah, it would just be 1 through 16 ranked all the way through. Like that's it. The conferences and divisions would be gone. So I'm gonna tell you, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna finish the season. I think they're gonna play it out. That means Dame's gonna get on his ass and he's gonna show up in Orlando. I really believe that.
I don't think they got time. I don't think they've got time to do that.
Yeah, they do. What do you mean they got time?
The other season starts in the middle of October.
The other season is projected to start in the middle of October. All of this stuff is fluid.
So are they going to?
They're not going to have fans. Why would they start? So let's say the NBA says we're not going to do fans because they've already said that they think the first half of next year they won't have fans. Is there a reason they have to start in October?
I mean, yeah, to get your full TV contract.
No, you don't. You just keep going longer.
So what would
we've talked about this before. They could easily start at Christmas time and end in Labor Day and be fine. And be just fine.
Okay. Ben said, sounds like you guys just don't want Portland to take the 8 from Memphis. Like, honestly, at this point, don't really care.
I'm not worried about that. I could care less about that. Dude, that has nothing to do with it. I'm saying go play and try to take the 8. I don't know. How does that mean I don't want him to do it?
No, here's the thing is that we are tired of Dame Lillard bitching about everything under the sun. He complained about not making the All-Star team. He complains about everything. He feels like everything is a disadvantage for him, and it's not. It's not even close. And in this situation, if I'm his teammates, I'm pretty fired up about it. Like, you're going to go ahead and tell me before, like, what's the number? How many games do you have to play?
Here's the thing.
For it to be a realistic shot.
They're either going to finish this season, and he's going to have his chance to make up those 3.5 games, all right? And if he chooses to not do that, he's a punk, okay? And he quit on his team. That has to be figured in his story forever. Or they're going to find a way to make 7, 8, 9, 10 all in, and they're going to do some round robin play-in game type of stuff to get the last 2 spots in. They're not going to just start 16 teams, okay? And the reason I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy for this playoffs, they might do that little bit to figure the last couple of teams in, but they're not going to do what the NHL's doing, and they're not going to completely revamp how they're doing their whole playoffs because they don't want this championship to have an asterisk next to it. They don't want a team to get high. They're still going to go 7-game series, all the series once they get started. However they get to their 16 teams, they're going to go 7-game series. They're not changing that. And the reason being is because they don't want anybody to say this team got in, this team won some weird-ass format, and so that championship has an asterisk. They don't want that. Yeah,
that makes sense. Matt said cutting into other sports TV times and programming, which is why they wouldn't go further. Terry Brewer jumped in. What's up, Terry? How you doing? He said, who cares about basketball? We need some damn baseball. That's probably not going to happen. I haven't seen all the reports right now, but it ain't looking real good.
Players Union are fighting. They're fighting like hell.
You got that right. Michael said, I've forgotten about the NBA, to be honest. I wouldn't be upset if they don't return. I'll take some NHL playoffs, MLB starting, and then NFL.
They're going to return.
Yeah, they're going to be back. The NBA, they're going to be back.
They've come this far with too many plans. They're going to do it.
Michael said that's even with my Nuggets having a decent chance to make a playoff run. Nuggets would be the 6th seed against the Pacers, and they'd play the winner of the Raptors and the Grizzlies under this format. So
under this format, yeah.
Yeah. Ben said you don't think it'll be a play-in through the 12?
No. Worst case scenario, they go to 10.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm curious. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out, but I don't think this is a good look for Dame Lillard. I don't.
He just cries about stuff all the time. He's just a baby, and he's a great player. That's the thing that's annoying.
Yes,
he's an unbelievable player.
100%.
Just show up and play. And if your team doesn't win and you don't make the playoffs, okay. But at least you finish the season.
Yeah. I mean, good gracious. It's just.
You're 3.5 games back. I can't help that.
No. Y'all did that to
yourselves.
yourselves.
Those 3.5 games up.
Y'all did that to yourselves.
Take it from the Grizzlies. They're a young team. They might come back out of shape and not ready to play, not focused. And you can take it pretty easily. I don't know. Or maybe you get your ass whipped. Maybe they come in, they blow the doors off of you.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
I think he's preparing himself to not play so that when he shows up and he's overweight and out of shape and hasn't worked out, he doesn't get embarrassed because he can hide all that sitting on a bench in a suit.
No, you got that right.
That's what I think.
You got that right. You can always blame it on the injury if you want to.
Now I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is if they do some weird play-in game thing to where they're in, all right, and we see he comes back looking super rusty and really bad, that was it. That was 100%. He was preemptively trying to mentally prepare everybody for him to not be here.
Yeah, I can see that. McKinnon jumped in. He said, y'all see Chipper Jones' comments on MLB players fighting about their pay?
Yeah.
I didn't even see the comment. What did he say?
No, he just said they need to play, that we're going through too much in our country and they need to figure it out and they need to play. They make too much money as players as it is. They need to stop crying and they need to play.
I could maybe agree with that.
I don't understand how half the revenue, I know they don't want it to be a salary cap thing. I get that. But if you're playing half the games for half your money, I don't understand how that's a problem. I just don't. That doesn't matter.
I don't understand it either.
I can't figure that out.
Ben jumps in. He said, my Kings have the same record at 11 as New Orleans does at 10, but they have the games advantage. If it's only through 10, we got screwed. Yeah, everybody's going to be screwed at some point, with the way that this goes down.
That's just part of it.
And that's the thing. If you just roll with the teams that are already in it, then there's not a whole lot to complain about.
You're also going to be screwed if the league has any say in it at all, because they'd much rather have Zion than the Kings in.
Oh, they'd rather have Zion than the Grizzlies and the Mavericks. Yep. Well, no, they want Luka.
No, they gonna want Luka.
They want players. That's the thing.
They want stars.
Yeah, I mean, but they want Zion more than anybody, basically.
Yeah, they would bounce half of the East to get Zion in.
You got that right. You have got that right. All right, let's jump into the next topic. NFL full stadiums this fall. This was reported over the weekend. It says the NFL is planning for the best case scenario when the season returns this fall, and according to one league official, this includes packed stadiums. Executive Vice President of Football Operations Troy Vincent said on Friday that the league is planning, quote, to have full stadiums until the medical community tells us otherwise. He said, now remember, when we're talking about August, September, so there's a lot that can happen here, but we're planning for full stadiums. He said that while packed stadiums is the goal, the NFL is also making plans for adjusted capacities depending on the state of the pandemic when the season begins. He said, we also have a plan for half stadiums, 3/4. We're planning for all of them, but first and foremost, we're making every effort, working with the medical community. If we can have those stadiums with all people until they tell us otherwise, when that time comes, that's our plan. That's our plan of action. Do you think of all franchises, of all companies in the United States, etc., would you consider the NFL to be the most level-headed, the most it's not that they're proactive necessarily, but they don't overreact to anything. Do you think that? Or do they do what they're going to do and screw everybody?
I don't think it's level-headedness. I don't think that. I think they are bigger than everybody else, and they are. And I think they do whatever the hell they want. And I think any politician that stands in their way will bend the knee. We had the conversation with our boys on our group text with the Westlight guys. These are cats from Ohio and Chicago. And they were like, nope, no way, Chicago. No way the Bears have a full stadium. I'll take the over. I will take the over. As soon as I saw this tweet, I knew I had that. I believe I had this right here. Okay. The NFL is, I made up my mind a couple weeks ago, based on everything they were doing, reading the tea leaves and looking at how they were going forward. They are moving forward as if this thing has never happened at all. It's not going to affect them one bit. And I thought a couple of weeks back, they're going to play with full stadiums. They're going to at least try to.
You said that last Monday, Tuesday on the show?
Yeah, it was either last week or the week before, but
and I didn't buy it. And I still don't know that I necessarily buy it. I mean, you and I were talking about
all overs. I'll take all overs on attendance right now. Right now.
So I texted you earlier because we'll have an announcement to make at some point in the very near future. But I talked to you about whether or not I needed to get a refund on my Foo Fighters tickets in Knoxville because it's on a Friday night, and you and I will probably be busy on a Saturday morning. So I was trying to figure out, like, do you think this is actually going to happen? If it does, are they going to have to cut back? Ben said Iowa State said they're only letting season ticket holders and students as of now for about half full stadiums. I wonder if the NFL would do a similar thing with season ticket holders if forced.
That's all they're doing right now because college football is just trying to get money any way they can. The NFL, I guarantee you, where's our buddy that's got season tickets for the Broncos? They got his money already.
But no, because he said that they haven't even let him pick seats out yet. Remember?
Yeah, but I'm going to bet they had to pay a deposit. They've got their seat
like the first seat license. Yeah.
Well, they've got enough of their money where it matters.
If Michael's still listening, jump in. Let us know what the situation is right now.
He'll hit us up tomorrow if he don't get back in the day. So.
Michael said they have my money.
Yeah, I told you. No, they've already got that money. College don't. That's why college is trying to get what they can now. NFL's got it all for the whole stadium.
Yeah. Terry said the NFL will play during the apocalypse and everybody will still watch. Yeah,
that's right.
That's true.
That's right. I will take all overs. And any governor or mayor that wants to stand in their way, I assure you they'll bend the knee. They will all be. You say, oh, well, our governor's not touchable. Bullshit, he ain't touchable.
All of them are.
They all are.
None of them are as big as the NFL.
Because they won't be governor long if the NFL is in your town and you thwart them. If the Bears are the only team that says we're not having fans and everybody else has a home field advantage and you don't, I assure you, they won't be governor anymore.
It's going to be a major problem.
They won't be mayor anymore. She'll be gone.
Like, they'll be gone. It is what it is.
It's right or wrong. Listen, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I just know what the NFL has for strength and the way they go about their business. You're not stopping this machine. You're just not.
Terry said money always talks, BS walks. Like, that's the way it goes. And to be fair, the simplest way to get around this, you can avoid lawsuits, you can avoid everything else. The way that it works is you put a waiver on the back of the ticket.
On the back of the ticket.
Like, if you show up at this, it is on you as to whether or not you
ticket,
get sick,
when those kids get busted in the face and they end up with all these stitches and surgery on the heads and stuff and concussions and long-term damage, hey, man, not our problem.
Yeah.
You bought this ticket, and that ticket says I am not responsible for anything flying out of this stand hitting you in the face. I assure you, every ticket for every one of these sporting events, if they have fans
or concerts,
they'll have them. Yep, yeah. They'll all have it now. It'll just be part of it. We're not responsible. You're coming on your own volition. Have fun.
Yeah. Michael said we pay for the year based on the seats we had the prior year, and if we upgrade seats, then we just owe for the upgrade.
Yep.
That's not bad, really. Not bad.
But I'm going to tell you, the NFL is I'll take all over bets. Now, you can't say Washington's going to have a full stadium. Washington had 14,000 people in the last 3 years total. Okay.
True.
All right.
Dolphins.
But whatever they averaged the last couple of years, I'll take the over on all attendance right now.
Yeah. Like attendance on
NFL week 1.
So you think we'll have like sold out stadiums and stuff?
Week 1, I'll take the over on every attendance stadium out there. What they averaged last year, I'll take the over on what they had last year. Unless it was sold out, then I'll take that.
Yeah. Terry said, look at when that kid got hit by Almora. They took care of the hospital bills and extended the netting, not extra
But
money.
They didn't have to. But
they didn't have to. They
legally,
just did it because they were
didn't
nice.
have to.
Yeah.
They did, but nobody made it. That family couldn't sue them. They just did it.
Yeah. Michael said they have plenty of people that will take someone's season tickets if they waive their rights because of the Rona.
Damn straight.
Last I heard, the wait for Broncos season tickets was 10 years. Last I heard.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's pretty intense. I'm still trying to figure out. Like, I'm I'm a little worried because I don't know whether or not I want to go to this
That's
arena
a you
show.
thing. I promise you, if you give up your ticket and you get your money back, that ticket will be sold within the hour.
It is a really damn good ticket. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are there enough people?
I might buy that damn ticket off of you. I'm just telling you. Like, this gonna be gone. People are going on with their lives.
I think you're probably right. Like, obviously, we don't want to get
for this summer, 4th of July. I am gone.
Let's
out
see
of here.
Ben said Dolphins attendance will go up. The Finns community in South Florida has been going nuts since the draft. 100%. Tua's like he's got the highest rated.
Like the debate and the argument was with the people that we were texting with last night. Look, like the Chargers don't have 15 people in the stadium total. Okay, so you can't say, well, they're not sold out there, but they never sell out.
Yeah,
Washington's attendance, but all I'm saying is you can't hold me to bad attendance because of Rona, because those teams are terrible all the time.
Just look at the average.
Gonna be sold out. Chicago gonna be sold out. Denver sold out. It's just happening, guys.
Terry said, if you got the ticket, go. I was going to Green Day in Atlanta, but they canceled the tour. Yeah, I had a ticket for Slipknot in Memphis, which, you know what's crazy? Like, this is way off topic. I'm not that big of a Slipknot fan anymore, but I feel like I owe it to the rock community in Memphis to go whenever there's like an arena rock tour. Like, it's some weird. Like, I paid $100, but they canceled it. I got the money back in my account. It is what it is. Michael said, time is the most valuable thing we have, and I think people are sick of wasting it, willing to risk getting sick to enjoy life. Yeah,
biscuit,
and then there's
biscuit, baby. That's right.
Business owners.
I've sat here long enough. I'm gone.
Oh,
and if I catch it, I catch it. If I take it down, but I will tell you, I live a very different lifestyle than most people. I don't worry about things. I just assume I'm not going to be here in 100 days. Like, I try to do right by everybody. I make sure I'm good with God, the best I know how to be, and good with the people around me. And I just try to live life to the fullest. I really do. I'm not reckless. I'm not crazy, but, well, those two different things. I'm not reckless, and I just, man, I'm going.
I can understand it. I think
4th
I'm
of
probably.
July, we're going to be on Myrtle Beach, and I guarantee you there are going to be 100,000 other people there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Monster Star Gaming 652 on Twitch said, I need NBA playoffs.
Well, you're getting that. We just don't know what it's going to look like yet. But I think that is happening.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely. We just got to figure out whether or not there's going to be games before or if they're just going straight to it.
I think they're trying to finish the season, man. I'm telling you, I really believe they're going to try to finish the season. If they get everybody, if they get all 30 teams to Orlando, they can play all of the games, basically. They're 18 games behind. They can play those 18 games in like 30 days.
Well, they can do 12 games a day.
Yeah, they'll play basically half the teams will play every day, and you'll just play every other day. Boom, 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 boom. It won't be that big of a deal. It won't be that hard. You just play every other day.
Michael jumped in. He said, that's a great way to live, Chris. Absolutely. Now, before we jump off this topic, Ben said, Slipknot, Gary, geez. Ben, look, I saw Slipknot at a club in 1999. All right, how old was I? I was 16 years old. Like, come on, man. I like metal, but I'm not a big fan of them now. I just felt like I needed to go. I am friends with Spencer, the singer for Under Oath. So we toured with them for a little bit when I was back doing the rock thing, when he was doing Sleepwave instead of Under Oath. So I felt like I needed to support. I don't know. It's a damn arena show for a rock band, and we don't get those in Memphis. I felt like I needed to support. Either way, the show's damn canceled, so what does it matter? Like, I got my money back. Terry said, you went to ICP, you can go to Slipknot. I did go see ICP a few times. The Insane Clown Posse. That shit was ridiculous.
I've got a buddy of mine that's a juggalo, and he has tried to get me to go multiple times.
Is he a real juggalo?
He's hardcore, man. And I'm not going to call him out night and at the hill. He's never listened to this before a day in his life. Doesn't know it exists.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, he has tried to get me to go. That is a group. I'm terrified of that. I am afraid of that.
It's the craziest shit I have ever seen.
I'm also too
life.
old. If I was going to go 20s, maybe you can get me there. Man, I'm knocking on 40. No.
Oh, there's no chance I'd go now. There's no chance. Ben said, questionable music choice. That's all I have to say. Look, today, all you're going to find me listening to is Jason Isbell, Will Hogue, Lucero, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm chilled out. Leonard Skinner, Foo Fighters, whatever. That's what I listen to now. I sit back, I relax. There's this band. Hold on, I gotta shout them out because they're not huge, but but I've started listening. What do they call it? Wild Rivers, I think. Pull up my Spotify. But they are absolutely fantastic. There it is. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, Wild Rivers. They've got a new EP out called Songs to Break Up To, and it is really good stuff. Like, very easy listening, whatever. Let's see. Michael said, I can't do ICP. Look, I went and took pictures. Like, I've been running websites for, when am I, 37? I started a website when I was 15 years old that reviewed concerts that came through town. Like, that's at 22 years. I mean, Jesus. So I've been doing the online thing for a while, and ICP was big 22 years ago. So
they were big 22 years ago.
Michael said, I can't do ICP. Terry said the Juggalos almost got Gary Seegers. Yeah, they absolutely did. I was terrified. I didn't go near that stage. They were throwing out Fago and shit. I couldn't get down with it. We're in that Alabama shot to it. Oh yeah, I was wearing Alabama crap to the. I wore, I think, my jersey, so like my basketball jersey. I was like, what was I, 18 maybe? I was in high school. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, let's jump into the next topic here. NHL. The NHL has decided on a playoff format, and they are going to do 24 teams. They're going to do 2 different hubs. Basically, the top 4 teams in the league, the division winners, whatever it is, it says the top 4 clubs in the Eastern and Western Conference play 2 mini round-robin tournaments to determine seeding for the playoffs. The other 8 teams in each conference would play best-of-5 play-in series. It'd be number 5 against 12, 6, 11, 7, 10, and 8, 9 to determine the 16 clubs left standing in the playoffs. Gary Bettman, who's the commissioner of the NHL, he said the first and second round playoff matchups could either be best-of-5 or best-of-7. They're still determining that. But the conference finals and Stanley Cup finals will be best-of-7. Let's see. The freaking cities, they've got 10 different cities that they're looking at, and they didn't put a date on when this thing is going to start. And that's what I was most looking forward to. They said the draft lottery is going to be June 26th. Here we go. All right, so the 10 cities on their short list include Edmonton, Vancouver, and Toronto. And then in the U.S., they've got Columbus, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Vegas. And if they don't pick Vegas, they are damn fools. Absolute fools. That is just ridiculous.
It's sitting there. It's sitting there waiting.
Oh, my God.
Now, the problem is the question about Vegas is how many rings can you get in Vegas?
You can get rinks in any one of those damn arenas, any one of them. I mean, MGM Grand, T-Mobile.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yes. Yeah, you could go to Caesars and probably put a ring there.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Like, all you need is the space. I mean, they host. You can put it in the Thomas Finch Center.
If you've got big enough for a concert, you can put an arena. Because especially if they're not going to have fans, then yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's jump in here. Michael said, I do remember people going crazy over Fago. Yeah, it was big for a little while when they were big. Michael said, let's go Avalanche. Tommy Jarvis said, me, Terry Brewer, and McKinnon need to be automatically bumped up to top fans and get free trips to Tunica when the games get kicked back off. Hey, y'all can jump in there whenever you want to, man. Tunica is open. They are ready to rock and roll. Like, and it's free to go down anyway. You just don't have to put money down.
Find a free trip. Like, you need some gas money? Because once you get there, I'm out. But I can get you there.
Ben said this will be insanely fun. Yes, the NHL playoffs are always fun anyway, but this will be bananas. Terry said, I like making things hard on Gary. I was at that ICP show when all that happened. Known him for a while. I stole his car one time. He did do that. Good dudes and a good show. Don't get to watch live that much. I'm glad he's in today. I'm glad you're in, Terry. You don't jump in enough. I swear to God. Matt just disappeared. I figured Matt would be in here if Terry was in here. But yeah, we have a good time with this, man. Terry did steal my damn car one time. Almost ran into a light pole. I still keep these people around. I swear, I still speak to people.
That's good. That's all right. It's all right.
I love them to death. They make my life much more entertaining. I'll tell you that.
No blood, no foul, man.
All right, so to close out on this NHL thing, they don't have a date. I'm going to guess we're looking more like early July, maybe late June. If they're doing the NHL draft lottery on June 26th,
the lottery is not going to affect any of these teams.
Agree.
Well, I guess 24 teams, yeah, it will.
Yeah, it's going to affect some.
It'll affect some of them. So, yeah, they need it to start before then. so they have some type of seating.
Michael jumped in and said, "Murder Hornets in honor of Matt." Terry said, "I spun the tires on a front-wheel drive Honda." Yeah, it was a Honda Accord. It was. I
cannot wait because I like playoff hockey as it is, and so I'm pretty fired up about this format, the way we're getting it. All I hope is that we have a lot of hockey every day. I just want them to have enough arenas and enough rinks to where we get 2 to 3 games a night.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. And I think that's going to help. Like having 2 different spots, definitely going to help that.
One in Canada, one in America is great. Hey, you rolled through the American one. I assumed Vegas was the best option.
Yeah,
I heard Columbus. I'm thinking of the states where it's friendly right now. My question is this: was Nashville on there? Because Nashville is just full bore opened up.
Nashville is not on here. They said Columbus.
They should have picked Nashville as one of them.
Dallas,
Columbus, Ohio is still closed down too much. That wouldn't be fun at all.
Chicago is
on lockdown for real.
Dallas
would be unbelievable. Texas is blown open.
Los Angeles, no chance.
Nope. No
Minnesota?
Chance. No chance.
Pittsburgh, probably not. And then Las Vegas.
Vegas and Dallas are your only real options, in my opinion, based on the government assistance from the locals. They're allowing the NHL to do what they want to do.
We got an update.
Arm of the NFL.
We got an update. It says, "We remain focused on the safety of our players, coaches, support staff, and arena personnel," Gary Bettman said. "We will not set dates, choose sites, or begin to play until we know what's appropriate and prudent and are approved to do so." So they got a plan. They just don't have a date yet. But it's going to happen.
I'm going to tell you this. If they moved it out of Canada and they picked Vegas and Dallas, they could start plan that thing tomorrow, because those communities, well, I don't know about Vegas, throw Nashville in there, and Tennessee will let you open up and come right now.
Michael said, here we go. Hold on. Ben said, "Did they say if the series links are going to be different?" Yeah, they're trying to figure that out right now. It could be 5, it could be 7, whatever.
It's gonna be at least best of 5 all the way through to the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah, the best of 7 is going to be guaranteed. The finals, or the conference finals and the finals, are going to be best of 7.
Best 7, 100%. And if it's best of 5 all the way to that is fine.
Ben said they should throw in Phoenix. Yeah, Arizona's open.
Is Arizona open? See, I haven't followed enough, but I would assume that doesn't make. I mean, that doesn't. Surprise
Arizona wanted Major League Baseball.
That's right. You're right. I do remember that. Yeah, their government was actually. You want a government that wants you there. That's the most important thing. You don't want to go to one of these places like Chicago and LA right now, where you're going to be in a constant battle with them.
Oh, 100%.
And to put these guys up, it costs just a shitload more.
Yes. Michael said, "Damn, Chris, I just canceled my trip to Nashville. Wife thought the Rona was bad there."
No, it might be bad there. I'm gonna tell you, but it's wide. They're wide ass open.
Yeah,
I can't tell you Rona numbers. I can tell you this: every bar on Broadway is open.
Yeah, inside Davidson County, which is where Nashville is, the numbers are really not that bad. So however, they are completely open. The honky tonks and whatnot down on Broadway. They are rocking and roll. They got live music going right now. I mean, they're ready to roll. They're ready to operate. So, yeah, if you want to uncancel your trip or book another one, it's open. It's up to you. It just depends on how you feel about it.
Come to Myrtle Beach over the 4th.
There you go. Let's go on and jump into what happened over the weekend. The match. Tiger Woods, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Phil Mickelson. I will tell you this. That was the most entertaining round of golf I have watched in years. Yeah. Having them mic'd up, having them where Charles Barkley could talk to them and whatnot, everything that happened with that. Peyton Manning drove the show, drove the whole thing.
Peyton's just unbelievably just funny, entertaining.
I tweeted.
Everything's great.
Michael said Brady sucks at something. Obviously, you didn't watch the last 13 holes because this man was on fire.
People who was criticizing Brady, hang on. Give me 2 minutes to defend my boy for a minute. All right.
All right, go ahead. That was Michael, by the way.
There is not a soul on the planet that's not a professional golfer that could play in those conditions, never played on live TV or played college golf or anything like that. You're just a rando golfer that you do something else for a living and say, we're going to put you here. 5.8 million people are going to be watching you. They're trying to raise money. You're joking around. You got mics all over you. It's pouring down rain. You played a whole 18 holes earlier that day. Nobody would have started off well as a normal person.
Agreed.
Nobody.
Now, Peyton did pretty well for the front nine. The back nine, Peyton wasn't real good either. So, Ben said, I've never seen one person wear so many hats in 4 hours. Yeah, Peyton,
I commented on that in our group text. Every time I turned around, Peyton had a different hat on. I was like, but they weren't even like sponsorship hats. It was just like a State of Tennessee hat, a NOLA hat. I'm like, you don't even see a brand on there. He
was just shouting out his people.
I just wonder if that big head of his just stretches him out.
That's Terry said Barkley was great. Wish I could gamble like him. And here comes Chris with the homer take. Like,
no, I'm just defending my guy.
No, I completely agree, and I don't like either one of them. I said, like, I tweeted out during this thing, I said, look, like, ESPN, if they paid Peyton Manning $30 million to do Monday Night Football, I don't think it would be enough.
No,
that guy
it's not enough.
Is unfriggin' believable. He was the most entertaining part of the entire day.
What Peyton needs is he needs MASH money, okay? He needs sitcom TV money. We need the Mannings to have a sitcom. I'm not a writer. I don't know how to do that, but anybody out there in TV land that knows how to do that, you would be a fool to not get Archie, Mama Manning, bring Cooper in there. We got to have somebody to make fun of. Like, all of them, they are unbelievable on camera.
Michael,
you just print cash. That's hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not 30.
100%. No, you're right. You're right. Michael said Brady did play all right. I was just giving him a hard time. Didn't mean it as a shot. Was cool to see him like that.
How about that shot on 7, baby?
Oh yeah,
drop that one.
So Michael said for a guy that plays golf quite a bit, it was entertaining to see superior athletes struggle like everybody else. Yes, I agree with that. I agree. It was nice to see. Holy crap, they're not good at everything.
I'm going to tell you this. I am afraid to play golf with other people. You know this.
Oh, yeah, because you and I
don't enjoy playing with other people around. I would pay 4 times as much if I could buy all the spots behind me to make sure nobody is allowed to tee off for like an hour after I've teed off. I don't want it anywhere around. I don't want them course. I could afford to buy the course out. I do it. I'm going to tell you this. I felt like I could play with Tom. I wouldn't be as good as Tom, but I could play with Tom.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Ben said if you were betting, you should have bet the opposite of whatever Chuck said. Yeah, 100%. Terry said I can't say nothing. I'm the same way with the Cubs. Yeah, hey, everybody's got their homer.
My boy.
Everybody's got their bias.
I'm going to tell you this. Phil Mickelson is an incredible golf teacher, by the way. When that chip shot where he explained what he was about to do, what he was trying to do, the logic behind it. He looked at the way the grass looked. I learned more from watching this one round with Phil being mic'd up than I might have ever learned in my life.
I feel the exact same way. The exact same way.
He is unbelievably entertaining.
And incredibly knowledgeable. I mean, obviously we already knew that, but some people can explain it better than others. I mean, you didn't hear that kind of stuff from Tiger. Like,
Tiger just doesn't know how to talk at all. Tiger is the greatest golfer we will ever see, but
he looked on point.
No one needs to put a microphone in his face ever.
Well, I mean, hell, he didn't talk for like an hour at one point.
No, I'm going to tell you this. Whenever Tiger was speaking, it was when the sound got muted because he was swearing. That's Tiger.
We talked about that. Yeah. Terry said that would be a great show. I love that Cooper was on Fox NFL this year. It was awesome.
I'm telling you, Cooper's really good.
Yeah, Cooper's
that whole family is just unbelievably talented. In front of a camera, we need to find somebody who knows how to write sitcoms. You got free money coming your way.
100%. Michael said Manning telling Brady he'd bring Foles or Belichick as his caddy, and then saying he wouldn't wear Georgia colors to match Tiger was hilarious. Yes, everything. Like, he had so many one-liners in this. It was unbelievable. Saying that he wouldn't wear red and black to match Tiger because he didn't want Kirby Smart to have video of it for his social media. Yeah, I totally understand it. Like, this guy, he's unbelievable. He's just unreal. Like, he's insanely entertaining. Michael said Tiger didn't want to lose at his home course. Tiger just don't want to lose ever. Like, I don't think it matters.
Tiger don't
want
to lose ever. That's fine. But Tiger also I don't know that he ever knows how to relax. I don't know that you can ever just hang out with him and him ever enjoy anything.
The fact that he even has done this twice is just unbelievable because, like, you're not going to get Michael Jordan to do crap like this. I mean, Michael Jordan wants to kill everybody all the time. Tiger is kind of built the same way. You know, he's just not in that peak athletic spot that he used to be. Terry said, Terry brought in, Chris, can we go golfing? That way you'd feel better. I hit the water hazard 3 times on one hole till my brother just said, pick it up and throw it to save money. Like,
hey, I'll play golf with anybody who's terrible. Okay. We have a good time. I just believe, listen, I get more golf than them. All right. I play with my buddy Cameron. Cameron's a hell of a golfer. He's going to shoot 82. I'm going to shoot 120. Who had more fun? Who got to swing more? Who played more golf?
Yeah.
We paid the same amount. I play more golf than him.
That's a fantastic way of looking at it.
My money's worth.
Oh my God. Michael said Tiger relaxed at Perkins.
So let me tell you the best thing about this. The best thing about this show was the fact that Phil was able to wear shorts. That man, listen, y'all can say what you want about me. I'm totally secure in who I am. That man's got the best looking legs in all of sports. There are beach volleyball player women who would kill for those legs.
I swear to God. McKinnon said,
I'm telling you, Simone Biles wishes she had calves.
His calves are ridiculous. I mean, it's unreal.
The best looking legs I have ever seen in my life.
When you brought it up in the group chat, I was looking to see if he, like on the TV, I was getting real damn close.
Yeah.
I mean, right there, trying to figure out, like,
there was no doubt if
I was
allowed to wear shorts.
Does he
Phil
shave
is
them?
wearing shorts.
Michael said Chris has a man crush on Phil's calves. Yeah.
No
Ben
doubt.
said Tom
No
Brady
doubt.
ripped his pants. Yeah, Tom definitely ripped his pants.
Tom ripped his britches. That was awesome. I relate to that. I have ripped my pants playing golf before. I thought it was just a fat guy thing. It's not.
Nope. It just depends on the fabric and whether or not it's raining. And
Tom is more regular dude than anybody that we know that's that super famous and that super rich. And we saw that on the golf course.
And Peyton is right there with him.
Well, no, Peyton is different than regular dude. Peyton could walk into a room and take over that room no matter where it is. Tom doesn't have that personality, but he really is just normal guy outside of being stupid rich and crazy good looking and successful. He's just a dude, though.
Terry said,
rips his pants like everybody else trying to hit a golf ball.
Exactly. Terry said, golf is about drinking beer. He said, don't put that forehead in the camera, Gary. Almost made me drop the phone.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, talk about drinking beer. I was trying to get an over-under with the guys that I was watching this with on what was in Peyton's drink, because Peyton kept carrying up that tumbler glass he had, and I would bet large sums of money there was booze in there.
Oh, I'd go. I mean,
he was not sucking on water in a rainstorm.
25%. It had to be. It had to be.
There is whiskey in there. That man is keeping warm.
Oh yeah. Michael said the bomb Phil hit over the trees was amazing when he dedicated his drive to Workday and then blasted off the planet. Yes. Now he hit it. When you say off the planet, it was out of regulation, but he did kill that thing.
The one where he hit the green on that par 4 where he drove the green, that was just unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Just took nuts. I'll tell you this, Tiger didn't have the nuts to do that.
No, Tiger was trying to play smart to win. Phil was like,
Tiger played to win, and these other guys played to have a good time. And they all want to win too. They're all crazy competitive.
Yeah.
But the only way you're going to get Tiger to do this time was to do it at his home course. That was
home course and do it for charity. Bring some other guys in.
No, he would have done it for the money. If they did it, if they played for $9 million like they did last time, he'd have done it for that.
Probably so. Terry said, I'm going with a mixed drink with rum for Peyton.
No,
Probably.
Maybe rum. Maybe I would have thought whiskey. I have people that I'm close enough to that have actually hung and partied with the Mannings. I have not. They whiskey. They dark liquor guys.
100%.
They like the brown liquor.
Michael said Manning's probably used to getting hammered playing rounds with Elway in Denver.
No doubt.
No doubt on that.
No doubt about that at
all. Let's close out today's show. Let's jump off of this topic, and we'll jump into this one here. Write down my time. Sorry. Are we going to see Michigan football this year? Very interesting article over the weekend. Dr. Mark Schlissel. Maybe I'm saying that right. Who knows? He's the president of the University of Michigan. His thoughts on the possibility of a college football season have not changed. He said if there are new students on campus this fall, there will not be college football. in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, he's an immunologist by training, touched upon the potential return of athletics and the potential difficulties ahead. He said if there is no on-campus instruction, then there will not be intercollegiate athletics, at least for Michigan. He expressed some degree of doubt as whether there will be college athletics anywhere in the fall. His comments echoed comments during an interview on CNBC in early May. He said a decision on whether students will return this fall could be made in the coming weeks. Any decision we make for this coming fall is likely going to be the case for the whole academic year. What's going to be different in January, Schlissel said. While other universities have declared there will be college football and teams are on the verge of bringing their athletes back to campus, Ohio State's team will reportedly return to Columbus on June 8th, where Illinois football and basketball will return between June 3rd and 8th. is taking a more patient approach, which is also necessitated given the state's current stay-at-home order has been extended through June 12th. The Wolverines will not return to campus and voluntary workouts before then. Now, across the state, Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Ferris State, etc., have all said that they are welcoming campus students back for the fall semester. Michigan State has said it's going to wait until July to make a decision on fall. Have the power brokers just not gotten to him yet? Like, is this, we've talked about this several times as to whether or not we're going to have football this season, but he's saying, like, regardless of what everybody else does, they're not playing if they're not going to have students on campus. What are your thoughts
that's
here?
It. He's left himself wiggle room. They're going to have students on campus.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like this is what all these guys are doing is they're making all these big, bold claims. I don't really know why, but I'm going to tell you that I believe he's absolutely gonna
he's going to cave because look, bottom line is, and I understand, like, Michigan will probably be fine. Like, they're going to take a big hit if they don't play college football. But like Central Michigan, Western Michigan, those teams, like, college football runs their entire athletic department and a big portion of their entire university. Like, They won't be open if they don't have college football. They won't be open if they don't have students on campus.
Yeah.
Michigan, they'll probably open up next year at a deficit. But, this is, Michael said, checking out, fellas. Great show. See y'all tomorrow. Gig 'em. Michael, absolutely. Have a good afternoon. My thoughts on this are, he just hadn't had the talking to yet. Because a lot of people across this country, everywhere, you either don't say anything or you say something positive. Like, that's just the way it's gone in these circles. Why would you put it out there that you ain't planning on doing this?
Him saying that, I'll be surprised if any colleges say it. I know they're all saying they're going to, but I don't really think they are. He is full of crap.
The SEC is playing.
The SEC,
period.
We are playing football.
Yeah. Terry said, great show, guys. Even though I watched it, I'll still download to help the numbers. Don't forget to like and share. Terry knows what's up. Terry's got it.
Brother.
We're going to have college football this season. In what way, shape, form, or whatever, who knows? Obviously, things are capable of changing. But we're going to have college football. And it's going to be on time.
Yep.
And we're going to have crowds in the stadiums. We're going to have all that kind of stuff. It is going to happen because it is too much of a loss if they don't do it. With that said, we're going to go on and get out of here. Chris, is there anything else we need to hit on?
That's it, brother.
That is it. All right, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. All the guys in the chat, you guys were great today. You always drive the conversation. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. It means a bunch to us, and we're glad that you're here every single day. You guys are wonderful. If you would, share the show out. Tell your friends about it. Make sure you leave a nice review over on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Make sure you are subscribed on the live show and that you jump in every day and comment in and help drive that conversation. McKinnon, to close us out, said, just goes to show is a shell of what it used to be athletically, especially in football. Yeah, that's part of it. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the leadership at the top. Like, does your guy believe in football as the front porch of your university, or does he not? So if you got a guy that doesn't, you're going to have problems. Just the way it goes. All right, that's going to wrap up the show. Chris, another good one in the bag. We're glad that we came back from a nice long weekend to a wonderful full crowd, a full show. You guys have been great. As always, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for checking out Winning Cures Everything. If you want to keep up with us, hit subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Visit the website at winningcureseverything.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us at Winning Cures, at Gary WCE, or at Chris B. Giannini on Twitter. Share out the show, leave a nice review, and make sure to comment